In this video, you are going to learn all the tips and tricks that are appearing in the screen right now, and how these things will help you to perfect your jump shot and becoming an insane shooter. I use these tips and tricks on my basketball journey, and probably because of that, I become a good shooter that I am today. You are going to learn things that will help you in different ways. Some tips are mechanical, some are mental tips, and some are workout based tips. So relax and see the full video because all these tips can have huge impact if done together, and the last one is the most important. So let's get started. But first, if you want to know how to perfect your jump shot, you need to know what mechanics are. Mechanics are movements that we do intentionally throughout the jump shot that can increase the distance, the precision and consistency of your shots. For example, putting spin on the ball. When you put spin on the ball have more chance of going in. Therefore, the movement of intentionally putting spin on the ball to increase the consistency of your shots is called a mechanic. But we have hundreds of mechanics out there, not only putting spin on the ball. And this is the way that you can perfect your jump shot, about implementing the mechanics. Now you know what is mechanics, you can learn the tips without being confused. So here we go. First tip is, how do you train to perfect your jump shot? It is just shoot around? Is to play real games and shoot every ball that touches you? Can be, but to be honest, I think my tip slash drill is better than that. All you need to do is to go in the middle of the mid-range and shot with 50 accuracy in 7 spots in the court in a row. What that means is that you can only miss one shot in a row throughout 7 shots. And when you do this with some consistency, take a step back and do it again. Now, if you do this drill about 3 or 4 times, you are already very close to the 3-point line and shooting close to 15%. These drills helped me a lot, and I mean a lot, to implement your mechanics and help you perfect your jump shot and become an insane shooter. The second tip is to record yourself. Why record myself will help me shoot better? Because when you're trying to implement a mechanic to perfect your jump shot, it can be confusing. You cannot understand if you are doing it right or wrong. But when you review your own jump shot and knows the mechanic you're trying to implement, you can easily see if you are doing the mechanic right or wrong. And trust me, this is worth. So pick your cell phone, put it in a tripod and record yourself shooting. The third tip is to subscribe to the channel. Just kidding. But consider subscribing if you like this video, okay? Anyways, the third tip is to have visual keys. But what is visual keys? These are mechanics that you can count on when shooting. You know, the vast majority of the mechanics changes the way you move or position. But some mechanics do more than that. You can really rely on your vision to know when is the right time to shoot the ball. For this reason, I call this mechanic visual keys. For example, when the ball is straight to the rim, in my point of view, and I realize then when I release and my arm is straight to the rim too, the ball is probably going in. These are my visual keys. you can have different visual keys than me. Yes, so try to find this when shooting. See when you focus on something very hard on your jump shot, you have a higher chance of the ball going in. If you find these things, these are your visual keys. And the fourth tip that I think the most important is to focus extremely high when shooting the ball. The more you can focus when shooting, the more your chances of the shot going in. This is why flow state is so important, because flow state is just literally you being so focused that the only thing you see is the game. And I discovered why this is so important of my 100 shots in under 1 hour video. Focus when shooting literally makes the difference of a shot going in or out. And I know there is no secret about it, but everybody forgets about that. All these tips are very good, but Daniel, how do I implement these mechanics in my jump shot? There is a method to implement them, or I just really pick one random, pick the mechanic and try to implement in my jump shot? There is a step by step that I can use it to become a better shooter and perfecting my shooting form. Yes, there is. I made a video exactly about that. So the video is appearing in the screen right now, and if you wanna see it, click right here, okay? See you